I miss Jerusalem.
As do I. I fear that we shall never see her again.
Have faith, my brothers. I have only begun my studies. But here, the prophet Jeremiah, son of Hilkiah, has written that we shall serve the king of Babylon for 70 years.
70 years is a long
As
time.
punishment for our sins.
And even if we were to survive it, we would be very old.
Very old indeed.
An old man who comes unbidden is
You are
often a
summoned
fool.
for your meal.
And less often come as assassins.
Perhaps
Why would they
a
only
foolish
take
assassin.
10,000 of us and leave the rest of our people behind?
Yes. Look at who they've taken.
Forgive us, my king.
Scholars, the princes,
Do you
our
know
military
whom you
leaders, and our
address?
families.
It's the Babylonian way of conquest.
He's
Take
the
away
king
the
of
leaders,
Babylon.
and the rest can easily be
Ruler
governed.
of the
They've
four
changed our
quarters of the
names,
earth.
hoping we'll forget our God and our clothes, so we'll
And
look
all
like them.
Persian tongue.
They've changed everything about
He
us.
has seized my might of arms.
We need to make each other
The
a promise.
birthright
Never to
which would
become like them.
otherwise have been
My
denied.
brothers, such a promise is worthless,
These silent
for we are
stories.
but men. What we need to promise is to always love our God and be obedient to Him. And in so doing, what we become on the outside will not matter. Said
Who
it
are
here.
you, old man?
I am Daniel, of the tribe of Benjamin,
Lord Steward,
made captive
please
of
allow
me
me to
70
ask,
years ago.
what is this meat?
I
Where is it from?
Nebuchadnezzar.
And how was it
king.
slaughtered?
The cattle are from the king's herd.
served Darius.
They are fattened along the river
captured
and
the
strangled
city
before the
near
altars of Marduk before their flesh is carried to the kitchens. The swine are from the king's pens.
touch
They are fed on choice food. And it is
Is
rumored
this true?
the king's
Yes.
executioner laces their feed with the entrails of his victims, so that the king's
I know who
chosen
you
may
are now.
feast
Tell me
and
why
grow
you're here.
strong on the flesh of
I
his
seek
enemies.
to tell thee a story.
It is considered the
A tale
greatest of
of
delicacies.
4 kings.
To some, perhaps.
One great,
But not
one
to us.
foolish,
We are
one
forbidden
who
to
has
eat
been
it.
deceived,
For the
and
Almighty
one
has commanded us, the pig
who
is
is
unclean.
destined to be
You are not to eat their
regarded
meat or
as
touch
wise
their
for all the
carcasses.
ages of the
Nor can we
world to
eat
come.
anything sacrificed to
Stories from
gods
your
other than our
imagination.
own.
But the king cannot, he will not change the customs of his
For I
hall
will
to
speak
fit your wishes.
Only the truth.
You must know
And if
this.
you would
And we will not
wish to
ask you
hear
to.
it, you
But
must
you
bid me
must
speak
eat.
nothing.
I have been charged with your well-being. If you are seen to be wasting away, I'm
You
afraid
give
of
us
what my lord the
entertainment
king
while
will
we
do.
eat.
You will
Please.
have my head.
My king,
And we would not wish it so.
we're expected in Babylon
Therefore,
this evening.
Put your servants
The
to the
palace
test.
will be there in
For
the
10
morning.
days, give us nothing but vegetables to eat and
As
water
you
to
wish.
drink. Then compare our appearance to that of the other young men who eat the royal food.
10 days.
10 days.
And if, after that, your appearance is found wanting?
We will do as you wish.
I cannot, O king.
Your
My
request
king,
was
The
polite.
Hebrews eat and drink only
I'm rather
their own
surprised
food,
it was
which
honored.
is
I have no
prepared
doubt.
according to the rituals.
Lord,
To do
Favor
otherwise, even from the
disposes
hand of the
not to
king,
our request.
is to defile
By
themselves.
the end of 10 days,
You
my
promised me a tale.
companions and I,
For,
looked
in fact,
healthier and better nourished than
I
the
delayed
young
my
men
journey to the
who
Lessees.
ate the
I will
royal
hear them
food.
now.
And so the chief eunuch, the first allowed us to continue refusing king of wine and choice fare. When I was just a boy, and he threw down the Assyrian Empire, my people's ancient nemesis. The period of our destruction of Israel's enemies during those many years
brought us no
we were
relief.
living in a foreign land.
Because in the
speaking
third
a
year
foreign language
of Nebuchadnezzar's
and living
reign,
under a foreign
he turned
king,
his gaze upon Jerusalem
and
and
besieged
besieged
it. Our hearts
And the Lord
belonged
delivered the
only
king
to
of
God.
Judea into his hand.
And at the end of that
Along
time,
with all of his officers,
my companions and I
and
were
administrators,
presented before Nebuchadnezzar himself.
The king's executioner, Ariel, will be in the chamber. If you are found unworthy, you will be executed on the spot.
We, the exiles, arrived in
And so
Babylon.
will I.
Nebuchadnezzar ordered Ashpenaz, his chief eunuch, to select some of the Israelites from the royal family and nobility, young men without any physical defect and showing aptitude for every kind of
Lord
learning,
King,
one of whom was myself.
I present you the princes of Judah, preserved by the right hand of your mercy and tutored by the left hand of your wisdom. They are come before you now for judgment as to their training. They are Belteshazzar, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Who am I?
Oh Lord,
You are Nebuchadnezzar,
Jerusalem
son and heir of
has sinned
Nabopolassar,
greatly.
king of Babylon. You have
Like a
destroyed
widow
Nineveh the mighty,
she,
seat of Assyria,
once
and taken
great
from her
among the
hand the
nations,
scepter of nations.
a queen among the people.
You are the commander of commanders,
has
and
become
king
a
of
slave.
kings, from the rising of the sun
Our
unto
children
its setting in
captive
the western
before the
sea.
foe.
And beneath heaven there is none more powerful than thee.
You, come forth. Why should I allow you, sons of my former enemies, to serve in my court?
Because you have spared the lives of our people who were delivered into your hand. And because the word of the prophet Jeremiah has come unto us, saying, This is what the Lord God Almighty, the God of Israel, says to all those carried into exile from Jerusalem to Babylon. Build houses and settle down. Plant gardens and eat what they produce. Marry and have sons and daughters. Also, seek the prosperity of the city to which I have carried you into exile. Pray to the Lord for it. For if it prospers, you too will prosper.
This is good. So now even your God commands you to serve me. I have no need of lapdogs. Would you dare to tell me the truth, even if you knew it would displease me?
Lord King, it must be so. I will speak only the truth. And when you would not hear it, you must ask me nothing.
I pronounce them worthy. Have their names be written in the Book of the Wise.
Nebuchadnezzar's questioning showed wisdom. A former enemy can be a good counselor.
If they can be trusted.
And a wise king is capable of choosing whom to trust. For are you not Croesus, formerly king of Lydia and once the richest man in the world, whose name alone signified riches, almost beyond comprehending?
I am he. Trusting the words of the oracle at Delphi, I went to war with Cyrus and was defeated. Cyrus pardoned me and my family. I am eternally grateful.
Worthy counsel is rare indeed, as Nebuchadnezzar came to learn. At a time when his Babylonian counselors, his magi, sorcerers, diviners, magicians, and astrologers were unable to help him.
No!
What is it, my king?
Summon my counselors.
The enchanters, the sorcerers, or the astrologers?
All of them!
O king! King, your wisest subjects have arrived. Command, and it is done.
I've had a dream that troubles me. I need to know what it means.
O king, tell your servants your dream and we will interpret it for you.
No. What need I of wise men who are not wise, Astrologers who read nothing in the stars? Magicians who perform children's tricks? Sorcerers who divine nothing except what I tell them? No. It is enough for the king to dream his dreams. It is up to you to discern and interpret them.
But, my lord, if only you would tell us your dream, we could interpret it as we have always done.
Always!
I know you're trying to gain time, or trick me into revealing what I've seen. Either way, I'll have none of it.
But there's no man on earth who can do what the king asks. No king ever asked such a thing before. Only the gods could know these things. And when we ask, they don't answer.
Well, I suggest you try and get them to answer. Or beg that they endow you with the necessary skills to divine it on your own. For as I am king, I swear that when the sun rises, if my dream is not made known to me, along with its interpretation, you will all be made shorter by the height of your heads. You may withdraw. Now!
Lord Ashpenaz, is it true? It is.
Why has the king issued such a harsh decree?
Why don't you come along with me and ask him yourself? Lord King.
What?
Belteshazzar requests an audience.
Speak.
O king, live forever. I have heard your decree, and I understand that I shall fall beneath the blade if your dream is not made known and interpreted. I ask only for more time, that I might withdraw for a while, my friends and I, to pray to our God, and see if he might not make the dream known to us.
The time is fixed and cannot be altered. Sentence is to be carried out at sunrise. You may withdraw. So long as you return at dawn, as your fate and that of the others is one and the same. And when you return, be sure to bring your companions with you.
Shall I send guards along, my king?
No. No, if he says he'll pray, he'll pray, not flee. So long as you return at dawn,
much, at least, I'm sure.
As your fate and that of
Even
the
if we
others
were to flee
is
the
one
city,
and the same. And when you return,
the whole world would have been against
be
us.
sure to bring your companions with you.
Not that it mattered.
Shall I send
I
guards
give
along,
my
my
word
king?
and intended to keep it.
No.
I would pray
No, if he says he'll pray,
and hope that the answer came.
he'll pray, not flee. So long
Prepare to bind the
as you
prisoners.
return at
Once
dawn,
the sun rises, there could be no
as your
delay.
fate and that of
Even
the
if we
others
were to
is
flee the
one and
city.
the
Bring
same.
forth the
And when you
counselors.
return,
The whole world would have been against
be
us.
sure to bring your companions with you.
Not that it mattered.
Shall I send
I
guards
give my
along, my
word
king?
and intended to keep it.
O King,
No.
live
would pray.
forever.
O king,
No, if he
do
says
not
he'll
execute
pray.
these men, I beg you.
Belteshazzar,
Not flee.
your death
so long
prepare to bind
as
your
you
prisoners.
return
Unless
at dawn,
the sun rises, there could be no
as your
delay.
fate and that
I
of
am.
the
Even if we
others
were to
is
flee the
one and the
city.
same.
I will.
And when you return,
The whole world would have been against
be
us.
sure to bring
Praise
your
be to the
companions.
God of my
Not that
fathers
it mattered.
forever and ever.
Shall
He
I
gives
send guards
wisdom
along,
to
my
the
king?
wise and knowledge to the
O king.
discerning. He reveals
No.
deep
Live
and hidden
forever.
things, and has
No,
made
if he
plain all
says
that
execute
you
these
have
men, I
asked.
beg you.
For he
Belteshazzar,
has shown me the vision of the
Your
king.
death
So long
prepare to bind your
as you
prisoners.
return at
Unless
dawn,
the sun
and
rises,
speak
there could be
as
no
your
delay.
fate and
I
that
am.
of the
Even if we
others
were to
is
flee the
one
you
and the
lay,
same.
I will.
And when you return,
The whole world would have been
You
against
look,
be sure to bring
praise
your
be to the
companions.
God of my
Not that
fathers
it
forever
mattered.
and ever.
Stood a large
He
statue
gives
I give
wisdom
my
to the
word
wise and knowledge to the
King.
discerning. He reveals deep and hidden things,
pure gold.
and has
No,
made
if he
plain
says
all that you
execute
have
these men, I
asked.
beg
For
you.
he has shown me the vision of the
Your
king.
death
so long
prepare to bind your
as you
prisoners.
It's
return
led
at
Unless
dawn,
the sun
and
rises,
speak
there could be
as
no
your
Hardly
delay.
of
fate
iron,
and
I
that
have
of the
no
others
baked clay.
is
As
one
you
and the
lay,
same.
I will.
Counselors.
As you were
The
watching.
whole world would have been
You
against
look,
us.
praise be to the God of my
Not
fathers
that it
forever
mattered.
and ever.
human large
Shall
He
I
gives
send guards
wisdom
along,
to
my
the
king?
wise
struck
and knowledge to the
Okay.
discerning. Of iron
He
and
reveals
clay.
deep
Smashes
and
made
pure gold.
and has
No,
made
if you
plain
says
all that
execute
you
these
have
men, I
asked.
beg
For
you.
he has shown me the
Silver and
vision
the
of the
gold.
king.
Your death
Broken
prepare
to
to bind
pieces
your
in the same. It's
prisoners.
led.
Unless the sun
And the
rises,
feet
there could be
and
no
hardly of
delay.
iron. I
and
have
that
no
of the
baked
others
clay.
is
As
one
you
and the
lay,
same.
I will.
Counselors.
As you were
The
watching.
whole world.
Struck the
would have been
statue. Praise be to the God of my
Not that
fathers
it
forever
mattered.
and
By
ever.
human large
He
statue.
gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to the discerning. Of iron. He reveals deep smashes made
Pure gold.
and has made
if you
plain
says
all that
execute
you
these
have
men, I
asked.
beg
For
you.
he
I
has
was
shown
told
me the
that
vision
your
of the
death
king.
prepare
Broken
to
to
bind
pieces
your
in the same. It's
prisoners.
led.
Unless the sun
And the
rises,
feet
there could be
and
no
hardly of
delay.
iron. I am wiser than others. I will. God wishes you to understand the meaning of the dream. Praise be to the God of my
Not that
fathers
it mattered.
not by human large. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to the discerning. Of iron. He reveals deep smashes made
Pure gold.
and has made plain all that you have asked. For he has shown me the vision of the
Your
king.
death
Broken to
prepare to
pieces in the same. It's led.
Unless the sun
And the
rises, there
feet
could be
and
no
hardly
delay.
of iron. I am wiser than others. I will. God wishes you to understand the meaning of the dream. Praise be to the God of my fathers
Not by human large
He
statue.
gives wisdom to the wise and no statues. He has made you. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser than others. One of the God wishes you to understand the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser than others. One of the God wishes you to understand the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser than others. One of the God wishes you to understand the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser. Let this man be one of the gods and present the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser. Let this man be one of the gods and present the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser. Let this man be one of the gods and present the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. You refuse. You worship. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser. Let this man be one of the gods and present the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. You refuse. You worship. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser. Let this man be one of the gods and present the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. You refuse. You worship. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser. Let this man be one of the gods and present the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. You refuse. You worship. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser. Let this man be one of the gods and present the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. You refuse. You worship. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser. Let this man be one of the gods and present the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. You refuse. You worship. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser. Let this man be one of the gods and present the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made. He reveals deep smashes made of pure gold and has made flesh. You refuse. You worship. For he has shown silver in the bells, also broken to pieces of the same its legs. Fear and history with your heart, are wiser. Let this man be one of the gods and present the meaning of the praise to be find God. My father will not feeling your strong and no iron great. He has made.
Let the beasts flee. I
Nebuchadnezzar returned to his throne, but eventually he was gathered to his fathers, and a series of new kings came to the throne, none lasting more than a short time.
You're about to tell about the downfall of Babylon, are you not?
I am.
Well, at last we come to the part of the tale where I have some knowledge to share. For though I had conquered from east to west, Babylon was the last to resist me, and I dreaded its siege. For Babylon's wealth had allowed her to lay in enough grain to last for years, and her towers, walls, and gates were so formidable that even untrained men could defend them with ease. Walls too high to scale, with parapets wide enough for chariots to patrol them, and a river-fed moat to cross before even getting there. It was enough to freeze the heart of even an old soldier such as I am. Then one night as I lay on the ground, courting sleep that would not come, a thought came to me. From whence it came, I do not know. Like some spirit of God whispered it in my ear. But the river Euphrates, which flowed down to Babylon, raised above its natural level, hemmed in by dams and dikes. But if dams were opened full and the dikes were broken, the river, which ran straight through the heart of the city, would fall to nothing. An army poised and ready to strike could march into the city on its dry riverbed, underneath the gates designed to repel ships when the river was at its normal level. And I suddenly realized I'd been given the key to defeat the mighty Babylon. It was as though in all the world, throughout all of history, I was the only one that had the thought. All it required was the right moment to act.
A night when every man in Babylon, from the least to the king himself, would drink himself ill in honor of their gods, who were naught but worthless idols, and could
Greg, move your head.
And could not protect them. Listen, O king, and I will tell of the second king of my story.